Hi, it's Suzan Galluzzo, and I'm joined by Dr. C. We're going to get into another great episode.
Destigmatizing your wellness.
Amazing.
Yes. So we'll talk about some of the stigmas that we both encounter. I'm in the medical spa, beauty industry.
And I'm in the fitness and nutrition space, and we both deal with majority women. And I think that there's a lot of stigmas around both our industries from clients that we see or, day to day.
Yes.
Yeah, coaching and stuff. So I guess I'll start.
Yeah, what's your biggest one?
I would say my biggest stigma I see is a lot of women, I would say because of past experiences and the stigma involved with, oh, you're on a diet. And so a lot of women don't want anyone to know that they're doing a program. And we'll even get women that will get to photo shoot day, right, which is optional. And a lot of women, which we pulled since, that if you're doing photo shoot, there's no hiding it from social media. And again, a lot of women don't want to be on social media, but we even have women that they just don't even want their friends to know that they're doing the program. And I think that stems from, perhaps trying and failing, which has wrapped around so much shame. Yeah. Shame. And, so women don't want anybody to know until it works, which I would say that's really understandable.
Yeah.
And then the other, stigma around hiding it is that they just don't want anyone to know that they're working on themselves. It's not a matter of people really knowing. I don't know. It's kind of strange. But I also do understand. I wish, that will actually limit them from participating in the group because they're a little bit embarrassed. So we have, for example, we have a Facebook group page, and they will not participate, and they're losing out on a lot because there's a lot of community. And I will say this over and over again, community is one of the reasons why these women succeed. So it sucks that women feel this shame around being so open about a journey that they're on. And sometimes that changes by the end of the journey. Some women are like, you know what? Show my picture. I am so proud of myself. But for a lot of women, they don't want anyone to know. They're very, very, I don't want myself on social media. There's a lot of stigmas around being on a diet. They will be like, they'll say things to me like, the number doesn't matter on the scale. I just want to feel healthy. And I'm a girl too. And while the number doesn't matter, it does matter for a little bit of time because I need to get you to a healthier place. So making that statement, it's almost as though they just want you to really know that they're doing this for the right reason. And it's like, there's no shame in wanting to look hot.
Well, it's kind of like,
right?
I remember in undergrad, a lot of people would say, oh, I didn't really study for this test, so I don't really care what happens.
Yeah.
And it's because
they're preparing.
You don't want to admit that you want to try for something because if it fails, then you're like, dang, I really tried and that sucks. So I actually had a performance coach when I was a pre-med say, don't say that. Be all in.
Good for
say,
yeah. Be vulnerable.
Be vulnerable. Do all the studying. Do all the prep.
Yes.
I think it takes a different level of self-trust. But I think that's part of why they're working with you. So
yeah, it is. I'd say that, I guess we could call it being vulnerable around what you
wanting something.
Yeah, and just
I get it.
Okay. What do you see as
oh
stigmas?
My gosh. Well, in neurotoxin, skincare, I'd say the number one thing is when women don't want their husbands to see that they're getting anything done. I think Botox, neurotoxin is a lot more accepted nowadays, but lip filler, threads, kind of the more augmenting
even
procedures.
Plastic surgery. Yeah.
A lot of times women will go into hiding and they don't even want their loved ones to know what's going on.
I'm okay with surgery. I'm okay with putting Botox in my face and enhancements, makeup even. I'm okay with all those things. my husband has a different opinion and will try to almost make me feel bad about it, but I shut it down. I'm like, it's none of your business, and don't get involved. Stay in your lane. Like, I'm very prepared and I'm very confident, but a lot of women
are not that confident.
Yes. And
Agreed.
they, he knows to back off and mind his own business, but because it's my choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I say to him, but I like what I look like,
and that's what matters. I think you do have to have an okay sense of like, we can disagree on this and it's okay. Because I know I dated a guy right when I was starting my business. He was so nice against my business because he's a doctor as well. And he was like an ICU doctor. And he said, I just think that people who get that done have body dysmorphia and something is wrong with them. They don't love themselves. And I was in shock.
Yeah.
You really believe this? I thought he was joking.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I really believe this. And later on, he would drive the point home. And I said, that would be like me telling you I don't believe that people should go to the ICU. Not the same thing as getting neurotoxin, I know, but I broke up with him.
You had to. That had to end.
That had to end.
I think that I hate that statement of, you must be really insecure about yourself. You must not like yourself. You must have body dysmorphia. Even when people see me constantly working on my fitness, I'm like, no, actually, I just love myself. Like, yes. I love looking good. I love feeling good. This is therapy for me. I love what I'm doing.
Why do we have to criticize women's decisions?
Yeah.
Like,
or, those a woman would be like, oh, you did your lips again? Yeah, I'd never do that. Like, things like that. Comments
okay
like that.
Say?
No, it's not. It's not okay.
I'm just like, can we not shame other women for what they're getting done? Even though I know it comes from a good place of, you're so beautiful the way you are. I know that they're not.
You don't need to lose weight. You're fine. And it's like,
just support women's decisions.
That's it.
That's what we came on to say.
Stay in your lane.
And then I think the second criticism or stigma that always happens with the beauty industry is that a lot of us are very into wellness, fitness, trying to avoid toxins, chemicals. But then we go to the med spa. Yeah, we go to the farmer's market on the way to the med spa to get our neurotoxin, which has like toxin in the title in it. And what I always say to this is that you can't avoid toxins, chemicals. You can't live 100% natural, like on a farm away from everything. I mean, maybe you can.
You'd have to be a mermaid.
You'd have to, like, even still, you'd have pollution in the air.
Yes. You're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Things in the water. And so I think to live in that sense is completely unrealistic. And yes, I do admit, neurotoxin is not as, it's actually very inert and it doesn't have, that much accessory proteins or chemicals. Some of the brands do, but it's very neutral in terms of your immune system. Fillers, on the other hand, can definitely trigger your immune system depending on, your state of health, depending on what's going on. Like, that's why we don't want you to have a vaccine right before, because your immune system is way up. So there are certain things that do come into play in terms of that. But I think you have to just decide and pick kind of according to your value system. And that's okay.
You can pick organic, broccoli and Botox. It's okay. And I think it goes back to freedom of choosing how you want to live your life. And people shouldn't be nailing each other on the cross for making decisions that work for them. And I think 2024 and on, I think a lot of people's priority is just minimizing the risk. And you do it as best as you can.
And knowing, like researching before you do it to make an informed decision.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's okay to be both.
It's okay to go to the farmer's market, and it's okay to go to the Medi Spa.
Yes, exactly.
No judgment.
No judgment. This is a no judgment zone.
Yeah.
As Serena says, we support women's rights and wrongs.
Good one.
Have you seen that show? That was a while ago. That was Love Island, but
that's good.
I just
rights and wrongs. I think that's how it should be. Okay,
thanks for joining us today. We did it, Suzanne. All right. Catch us on our next podcast.